Howdy, Possum Patty here and little TT2. And today we're going to do some gratitude journaling in our November, yes, that's what it is, gratitude journal. Come on along. This is my little gratitude journal, and it seems a little dark in here tonight. I don't know why. Well, why? Because it's the darkest time of the year, I guess. Alrighty, so in the last video, I was working on my Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Day page in memory of my father who died of pancreatic cancer. And I said I was going to do one more page. I wasn't sure what I was going to put on it. But it was going to be about pancreatic cancer. And I decided to put my pathology report on here. My father died at 70 years of age from pancreatic cancer, and when I was just about that age, I got diagnosed with a precancerous pancreatic cyst, and this is my lab report. You have two factors. You have your CEA and your amylase. The CEA should be 192 or below, and mine is 616. So that's a marker for cancer. But my amylase, if it's lower than 250, is suggestive of the presence of one of these cysts that can turn into cancer. But again, if it's less than 250, mine is 3,648. So there's probably no no threat there. But because I have one marker and I have a cyst, I go every year for some testing on it to make sure it's not growing. And I thought I would put this in here with that butterfly I was going to use on the other page, and just put for pancreatic cancer research and development of new therapies. And I was just very, very lucky that I was being tested for a bunch of other stuff. Because I've got like cysts everywhere and tummy troubles and all kinds of gastric GI, diagnoses. Well, anyway, yeah, so they were just scanning everything, I guess, and they found this cyst in my pancreas, and so it looked a little suspicious, so they went and biopsied it. Now, to get a biopsy of your pancreas, they actually go down into your stomach and poke the needle from your stomach into your pancreas to take out the fluids to test to see if you have the cancer. I was going to put the butterflies on this page, but I got out this paper because my next page is going to be about roses. And it has these same little butterflies on it. I don't know if you can see that. Right there. It's what's on the other page. So I decided to go with this instead. And then, like I said, I'm going to put my butterfly right there. TT knocking at the door. So this is going to be another simple page. This little journal doesn't have a whole lot of extra frou-frou and thickness to it yet. The pages are kind of flat, and it's a small journal, and I think that's because of it's a travel journal, and the pages go in and out under this shoelace. So I was tending not to make them too frou-frou. On this one I did put the three-dimensional butterflies and some bling and the ribbon, but I glued that down flat. And this is, I'm just going to glue this down. This is just everyday gratitude journaling. I need to get some more stuff off this desk. I was doing pretty good until I started this couple of pages and I took everything out again. So this is just copy paper. So I'm going to use the Bond Extra Strength glue stick to start with. Maybe put a little tacky glue around the edge. Okay, I put glue on that, and obviously I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing because I'm too busy watching this cat to see what she's doing. She's up on my computer right now. I was going to put this down first, wasn't I? Yes, I was. So let's see if I can quickly get this down. So I'm just going to do 2 simple pages of gratitude journaling, because this one I had started right after I finished the other page. Well, actually I was working on it while I was working on the other page, because I already cut this paper and everything, and I already had this printed out. And I probably could have finished this in the other video. I don't think this is going to take very long, but that's okay. I'll combine it with today's page. Not a problem. So I am grateful that the doctors found the cyst. I went along the edge with my old pinking shears. I got these really old pinking shears, Fiskars. Had them from a really, really long time. And I'm going to put this on top, and I just highlighted the bit that's no good. The bad report on there. So I'm sure the doctors will take very good care of me and keep checking on the condition. Make sure that nothing develops, but they say early detection is key. I really don't want this paper to be the focus of the page. So I put the words facing in, and I had it going the other way, but then the butterfly would have been up here, and I felt it was too close to that butterfly. So I flipped the page around so it's facing in that way, but that's okay. Like I said, I really don't need that to be the focus of the page, even though that's highlighted. That's okay. I just thought I'd put it in there. I think I do have some other reports in my in my journals. I usually make like little pockets and put medical reports in there. Somebody wants to get on my lap, just as I take out the strong glue, right? It gets in my face so I can't see what I'm doing. These are Dollar Tree 3D butterfly holographic foil. Oh, I knew she was going to get on my shoulder. Stickers. Like that. And now I have 3 butterflies. Oh, the other cat's knocking on the door now. Should I put 2 little blings so that there's 3 bling blings? I could do that. We know we're going to have to put one right there. Let's see. This one's got 2 butterflies and 1 bling. This should have 1 butterfly and 2 bling. So there's 3 things on each page. So 1 more bling. 1 more bling. Could put it down here. I feel like it's top heavy with everything up here that I want to put something at the bottom. I wonder if this big one is too big. Looking for something to anchor this down at the bottom of the page. And because the book starts with, today I am giving thanks for pancreatic cancer research and development of new therapies. And for me, it was early detection. I probably should have put that down there too. I could still do that. I'm going to put this great big bling right there. Okay, now I feel I'm more balanced here. I've got these things on a diagonal that moves your eye around the page a little bit. Well, maybe I should add that on. Where's my pen? The pen was just here a minute ago. For early detection and, okay, we'll put up here. For early, sorry about the shadow of my hand. I just stopped there for a second because Stinky was really banging down the door. Where was I? For early, always get distracted. How do you spell it? Detection, I hope. And for pancreatic cancer research and development of new therapies. So now on to a different subject. Okay, I took out that paper to put on this page. So I'm going to cut this down. And this is just going to be for November roses. I have a knockout rose bush. Well, I have several of them, don't I? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. I got one here, one there, one around. That's 3. And then I got a yellow one over there. And then we just got another one at the other side of the driveway. So I guess we have 5 of them now. I tend to buy them when they go on sale. Do I want to put this all the way across? Do I want to put this on one side? Do I want to pull this out and work on it? I may do that. That's what's good about these travel style. Okay, what do I want to do here? Okay, purple on that side. This doesn't look like fall paper. This is actually like spring paper. Well, that is almost exactly the size of that. Okay, I'm going to cut this, I think. Wait, I gotta look and see which way the butterflies are flying. Butterflies are flying up that way. And this goes this way. So I'm going to mark this and I'm going to cut it. Oh yeah, so we have knockout roses and 3 are this bright red. And I think 2 of them now are yellow. The yellow ones are little yet. But they will grow. Okay, I think this will go right in the middle. So the knockout roses, they start blooming early. They bloom all summer. And then they start blooming again late in the season. They just don't give up. They just don't give up. So I printed out a picture. And you can tell it's winter because the sun is coming in at a low, well, it's not really winter yet, I know it's fall, but this time of year, when it gets dark at like 4:30 in the afternoon, the sun's coming in at a lower angle and it's casting a shadow on the house. So it's got a really cool shadow right there. So I kind of like that picture. So that's the one I printed out to put in the book. These pages are kind of wet, sticky. This one's good enough. I should have went for some paper because this is already cardstock. I know it's going to get heavier, but that's okay. That's okay. So let me see. We've had a freeze and a bunch of frost this week. We are below average temperatures after having like 70-degree days in a row or something. Now we're feeling the effects up northern New England. They're getting snow. Upstate New York, they're getting lake effect snow. And I actually saw a few flakes today. Only partly cloudy, windy, cold, and sometimes the lake effect snow from up north in New York State will actually make it down this far. Of course, they're going to get like 2 feet of snow, and I saw like 3 flakes, so I'm not even going to compare it to that. I'm just saying the weather, she's a changing. Who said they got snow? Oh, Linda D at Linda's Mixed Up Mess. She said, oh, she had bad news. I'm like, oh, no, what? she had snow. I'm like, wow. Okay, I can handle that news. This is cardstock, so I'm putting a little tacky glue around the edge. Hopefully that'll keep the corners down when it starts curling up a little bit. So yes, I saw 3 flakes of snow today. Mr. Possum was outside. He said he saw them too. I keep checking and double checking that this is going on the right way. I'm going to try it one side at a time. And see how it comes out. Because if I had done this before I decorated that page, it would have been easier, but you know. Flying by the seat of your pants. Who just said that? Was that Linda? I was just watching Linda make little bird houses slow stitch. She has a blue jean wall hanging that she's adding things to. And it's really funny because we had both just watched Janet Nash. Hi, Janet. Hi, Linda. Do these cutest little slow stitch bird houses. Oh, there's my clock. Morning dove o'clock. And they are so cute. I want to make one. I haven't worked on my slow stitch in a while. Where is it? This is more of a winter activity for me. Where's the front? Is this the front? This is the front. So slow stitching is just stitching by hand, practicing different embroidery stitches, putting in buttons and beads and lace and little bits of material. I think this is off an old shirt or something. And I cut these off. I got buttons there. I put a lot of beads on that one. This one's a whole story. That starts here, let's go, and there's their house. in their little car, and they're going to go down the road, take their vacation, and they're traveling through the woods. And I got a little charm there. And then you open it up, and then they're traveling through the mountains. I did almost like a crewel stitch there. I have felt and what do you call those, French knots, and I get a little sunflower down there and stitches, and then they're going camping. So this tent came off of a canvas. The mountains, the tent, the trees, the road, the car, the house, the tree, they all came off of a canvas, like a mini flag that somebody had gifted me. I think you were supposed to color it in, but I stitched it, cut it up, stitched it, and put it in my book. This was my Easter page. And here's my strawberry. That must be June, strawberry month. And then this was for the children in Ukraine. So it's blue sky, sunflower fields. We have the heart, and we have the little lost girl. And stitching all around. Little ruffle on there. And this one is Sticks and Stones. I actually sewed in some real sticks and some real stones there at the bottom. And then put a lot of stitching on that one. And this one was, I had got the shiny thread, and I just did a pattern of circles. Shiny circles, that's all that is. And the pins are here because there's batting behind that has to get sewn to this page. So this is the center of the first signature. And I think oh, those are going to get sewn together, I think. I don't know why there's pins in those. I forgot. I think I was going to sew those together. And I want to put a little birdhouse in here. And I've been putting this cotton batting to make the pages nice and soft and quilty-like. Anyway, that's my slow stitch. I told you I get easily distracted. Okay, so I have nothing to put on this page but this picture. So the page is only this big. And something to journal. So I think there's some more journaling cards. I'm thinking of just doing a simple layer page. The first thing I want to do is cut off some of the top of this picture because it does not add anything to the picture. And if you've already rounded the corners, it doesn't matter because you can just make it smaller and round the corners off again. No problem. Now this, I'm using spring paper, right? So this is my November journal. I'm using spring paper. I have all this beautiful fall paper. I'm not using it. I'm so contrary. All right, so I like the picture better. And then I found this. I'm thinking that needs one more layer, maybe purple. One more layer, little layer around that rose. And then I could write on that for November roses. I am grateful for November roses. Oh, and I was saying about what else was blooming. I have some lavender next to the house that's still blooming. But the snapdragons are all done. And the marigolds are all done. Of course, the zinnias died out quite a while ago. They die out early. They're pretty tropical. And the sunflowers were finished. And I didn't take a picture, and I should have, because there were a couple of bachelor buttons still blooming, and I couldn't believe it. So I'm thinking if they can survive this cold weather, I need to plant them out earlier than I did. I was kind of late this year getting things started. I might distress around this, but should I distress around all of them? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna eyeball this. Oop, oop, oop. It moved, it moved, it moved. Can you come up? Oh, wow. Oh, let me stand up. Oh man, I am not doing good tonight. I don't know if it'll come off again. Okay, I'm going to ruin this picture. I'm going to ruin this piece of paper. Everything does not always go according to plan, but we shall see if that survives. If it doesn't, I'll print it out and do it over again. Purple stays on. Royal purple stays on. I don't use stamps enough. I got a lot of stamps I got really cheap at the flea market this year, last year. And I hardly ever stamp anything. Oh, you know what? I could put them in my trashy. Who's doing that? Heather C. Crafter's Alley by Heather C. Yeah, she was... I think she was using stamps in her trashy. I need to use them for something. I all ink, I got stamps. Oh, I got all that washi tape. Cheap, cheap, cheap. I got a couple rolls sitting here on the desk. I'm telling you, the rest is in the closet. I always say this, if it's on the table, it gets used, but it's a small table. I can't put everything on the table. Well, what if I go not yes, not yes? So every other layer has a little bit of ink. Like that. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Now if I can get this glue down the way I want it. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little line there. That's going to go there. And then I'm going to put a little line there, and then I might make this a little bit smaller. Okay, I want this way up here, and then this will go down there, but this is going to get to be a little bit smaller. I know I hold it like that, it's probably not in frame, but I've got so much stuff here. So, first layer, first layer, first layer, first layer. And I got these little scraps here. They can go in the trashy too. I gotta move some stuff out of my way. Okay, that page is googie. Yeah, I think that whole thing is googie. Let me grab another one. This is the old one. This is the old one. See, the pages are getting all ripped. So I'll just put those in the trash. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of glue stick. Oh, you know what else is blooming? The dianthus. The dianthus are blooming. Those are like carnations. They are blooming still. Okay, that goes right up there. Next layer. There were some pansies blooming. It was a pansy that grew from a seed that dropped from the spring pansy. It sprang up and had a blossom. Wasn't very big. Oops, got my thumb on that one. You know what, I flipped that around. And so I'm gonna eyeball this one, I guess. Gonna eyeball that one. Okay, now this will go right up at that line. Oh, look what I did. I hate when the glue sticks to the shiny bits, because it tends to take the shiny bit off. Not so much glue stick, but like that beacon glue does. Tomorrow I have to work on my Thanksgiving menu. I'm gonna make a list. I plan it all out and I still always forget something. I write down everything I'm gonna cook, all the ingredients for everything I'm gonna cook, what I have to buy at the store, and then I make a timetable of when things have to get done. Put in the oven, pre-cooked, cooked ahead of time, reheated. And does that help? Sometimes it helps a little. Something always gets forgotten. Just got glue in a picture. See, I'm looking at this space here, like I was looking at this space here, try to even that all up. And all I have to do is write on here for November roses. I have to put some more suet out for the birds. I saw they ate it all. Can I fit it in here? Sure. I got my little skinny 005 micron for November roses. And that's going to go right there. A mashup of a page for sure. One more thing to glue down. Linda D. I'm giving Linda D a shout out. Linda D over at Linda's Mixed Up Mess. I don't know, she's starting something new tomorrow with shouting out all the channels that she's subbed to. Or something like that. And I'm like, and she's going to do 2 shout out videos, she said. One with the non-crafty community and one with the crafting community. And I don't know how she's going to do it. So I'm interested to see that. I was watching her today make the birdhouse, but then she came on and did a teaser video about the shout outs that she's doing. Shout outs really help somebody's channel. So I'm going to shout out for her making shout outs. Shout outs for shout outs. And this way you can go over there and see all the channels that she's shouting out. She said she likes a variety of channels and not just crafting. I know I watch, I love to watch people with their journals, but I do watch some crafting and I watch some cooking. Not that I cook. And hauls. And I watch people just on their farm, just vlogging. So there we have it, my Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month and Day. I am grateful for early detection. They got early detection. They found mine pretty early. They're keeping an eye on it. And for the cancer research and development of new therapies that they're working on right now. Added my bling and my butterflies. And then I just did a simple page. I am grateful for the November roses. And I got glue on my photo, which I didn't mean to do. So I just want to wish everybody happy November, happy gratitude journaling, happy junk journaling. Thanks for coming along today. Bye-bye.